And we are back again. We are today at the Embassy of Cape Verde in Washington, D.C. We are talking to His Excellency José Rocha, the Ambassador of Cape Verde, excuse me if I'm nervous. This man has such great history that you just must watch it. Ambassador Rocha, what do you think, in your opinion, needs to happen in order to engage more of the community, not only the Cape Verdean community, but in order to actually create a Lusophone, a strong Lusophone community here in the United States?
As far as sharing other communities, I've been talking with some other ambassadors from Portuguese-speaking countries, how we can recreate the CPLP group of ambassadors here in Washington and to use it as a frame to think about our community.
Yes.
Not only just to say hello and to speak in Portuguese, but also to share thinking about how we can approach together the United States at the political level, at the economic and social level, and to create, as a group, to have some also response that can let's say benefit all the countries.
Yes.
And but there were some movements in rotations in the presence of the ambassadors. Now I believe very soon we'll be discussing again the opportunity of recreating a CPLP group and to think how we can use. Of course, the CPLP as an organization is also trying to build an economic dimension, to bring the private sector of each individual country to be together and to trade and to make partnership in order to invest in the different countries. In this context, I believe my country, Cabo Verde, is waiting and strongly that investors from Brazil, from Portugal, from Angola, they are already there.
Right.
But they can strengthen their presence in my country. And of course, if they can associate themselves with people from our diaspora, that how we can globalize, how we can create those global chains that I mentioned before.
Right. And which is definitely great, because I believe that platform will not only help the dignitary community, it will also help the local community in itself, because I believe all these years, one of the things, in my personal opinion, that has been lacking is sort of the lack of leadership or the institutional support to a common platform for all Lusophones in Washington, D.C. Your intention to actually have a platform that does that for us is definitely great and definitely amazing. Are you finding any constraints or any challenges in the process of trying to lobby other ambassadors into an idea as progressive as that one of actually having a common platform for all Lusophone countries here in the United States?
First of all, I believe our common and historical background, it is something that must project us to the future, not to look backward. This is very important. And of course is what was at the base of the creation of the CPLP. Regarding the different diplomatic place where we can recreate an ambassadorial group of CPLP, there are some different fortunes. Of course, we had a very workable group in Brussels when I was there. You have the same in other place. Here in Washington, it was just a question of opportunity and the rotation of the different ambassadors, which didn't allow. Now, as we are coming to have most of the ambassadors present, it is something that we have been talking about, and I am confident that soon we'll be creating this platform that will help us. But if I can go back again to the communities, of course we are here to assist, to support, to have political dialogue with the authorities in this country in order to create conditions for this integration and this empowerment of our community, as I mentioned before. But the first step must be given by the communities themselves. They have to associate, they have to organize, they have to federalize themselves in order to create the necessary impact in as a group and to deal with the authorities and to defend their point of view. And once they succeed to do that, our support as an embassy and as government will be much easier.
Right. And with that, I believe you have pretty much broken down the science, as they would say it in the streets here in Washington, D.C. You have broken down the science on what the communities need to do to accomplish what they need to accomplish in order to gain the institutional support of an embassy.
United States is a so rich country, you cannot think about the United States globally. It's important to build business and to share with other peoples while you are here. But it is important also to rely at the regional and local base. The Cape Verdean community, for instance, is present almost in every state. Even there is a rich concentration in the New England area, be it Boston and the neighborhoods, Massachusetts in general, Providence, Connecticut. But if coming down, you can have in New York, New Jersey, New York. You can even here in the DC area, in Atlanta, Florida, California. The other day, someone called me from South Carolina, and they said we are a few here working, but also at the university. This is how this country is so big, and I'm based here in Washington D.C. I have to travel times to meet them. I've been, I must confess, most of the time in the New England area, but I need to go to others and to see my compatriots, my fellows in other areas, in order to bring them this message.
Gotcha. And I mean, that's part of the
Be
purpose.
American while you are here, but don't forget that you are also Cape Verdean or Cabo Verdean, and you are here to do what you have to do, thinking on what you can also do for your country. That's what Kennedy said once.
Yes.
Don't think about what your country can do for you. Think what about you can do for your country. And that's the message that can fit today in the Cabo Verdean community.
Ambassador of Rocha, thank you very much for taking us in. Thank you very much for hosting us here at your embassy. We definitely hope to be back here, and especially when the initiative of the platform of all Lusophone countries comes together, all ambassadors together. Do not hesitate to contact us, because we'll be more than pleased to be a part of that and to do whatever it is necessary to help pass that message to our communities. And for all of you, our viewers who have been watching this program, this is exactly what we have been looking for all along. The leadership, the institutional support, and the ability to be able to implement some of those initiatives in our communities to benefit our home countries. As always, thank you for watching Lusophonea. And until next time, be sure to tune in again and again and again. And if you're watching it online, take notes, because we are going to bring you some of the most exciting guests that Lusophonea has to offer. Directly from Washington, D.C., I am Gil Ingles, and thank you for watching Lusophonea.